We learned that there are mountains and valleys on the ocean floor, and that there's natural oil seepage. We need to know more about the topography of the ocean. Can you tell me exactly what the floor looks like?
It's magnificent. Under the ocean, you can find the tallest mountains, the deepest valleys, and the flattest plains on Earth.
Sounds fascinating, but I don't see any mountains or valleys when I swim.
That's because where you swim is actually the continental shelf. This area is located along the edge of the continent and can extend 10 to 200 kilometers offshore.
So are mountains the next area?
No, next comes the continental slope. It starts at the edge of the shelf and dips steeply until you reach the abyssal plain, which is one of the flattest areas on Earth.
And the next area is where the tallest mountains are, right?
Right. In the middle of the ocean, there are mountain ridges called mid-ocean ridges. This is where the seafloor is spreading apart, making new seafloor and building mountains. You'll also find volcanoes over those ridges and over hot spots in the Earth's crust. If a volcano grows tall enough to rise above sea level, they form islands.
Just like the Hawaiian Islands. Didn't they form over a hot spot?
That's right. And if a volcano doesn't break the surface of the water, then it's called a seamount. There are also deep ocean trenches.
I always thought of the ocean as sandy.
Under the ocean is a whole world just waiting to be discovered, and that's where the core samples come in.
Why do you take core samples of the ocean floor?
Seismic reflection images show buried ancient river channels located near here during the last ice age. Coring helps us to verify that they exist. Oil and gas can seep directly onto the surface of the Earth or into the oceans.
Are seeps very common?
Yes, they're quite common. Did you know in California, every oil and gas field discovered between 1860 and the early 1900s was actually found by people seeing it seep up from the Earth?
So how does oil and gas seep out?
Seeps can come from a single point or from as many as 30,000 individual little holes. Divers describe high seepage areas as looking like a whole bunch of gopher holes.
How much oil and gas seeps out?
It varies from place to place and can range from nearly impossible to detect to thick oil films with globular deposits called tar